Well, I have to mention that I took a few tools to the other side of the basement and to another corner where I kind of do a little carving and sewing sometimes away from the shop. But as you can see, this shop is kind of like a little studio to me. I've learned recently of a place in Victorian Square here in Lexington, Kentucky called Artist's Attic, where I've met a few people that have little art studios up in there, and they probably have to rent the space. They probably live in apartments where they can't really have shops or studios in their own homes. But this is kind of a little place where I've just decided for some of the things I'm doing, for some of the things I'm making, I'd say this shop is kind of worked out so well. It's free. I tell you, I'm disabled, live with my parents, don't have to pay any rent or anything. And so, that's kind of the reason why I have such a free world and such a free place to do so much. But there, like, comes a little time when I think it all comes down to a little work you have to do here and there. And so I just wanted to kind of get back to these shepherds here. And as of now, I just uploaded my last video to YouTube, which was the part one of this. I'm getting ready to kind of work on the part two. I am quite unsure. There's probably a few things I should have brought over here that I forgot to bring, but I'm going to take care of that. I've got to probably get the gouges over here, so we're going to get them, bring them to the shop, because there's a certain one in particular that I need for this project, and it's going to be shown a little further on, and at least that is if I have to get around to making the head or the face of the shepherd this trip around. But I come to say that I think I have gotten pretty far along on it, kind of made the necessary steps to go along on it. Feel like I've taken care of so many of the steps so far as just what I'm needing, and it's just a thing where I think from what I'm seeing, we might have to get started. So I will say here, we're probably going to take it and go, maybe I'd say, like, let's say about a little ways. Take it in the place where I say that we're going to go 3/16 of an inch from the top of this, and there may be a little line or two we may have to make to kind of go across a little bit here, but we will take care of that as the time comes to do it, and take care of little things, I say. And oh, I say that this little work of mine is just going to come along the right way. There's been different steps to take for different pieces. There's been different faces that have been of different measurements. But for this shepherd, the face goes down 3/4 from the place where I made the line. So 3/4 of an inch is how much farther we're going to go into this. believe it's working out well, believe we're taking care of this, believe it's all going to do a little good here and there, and we're going to try to find out where's the next place we need to go about this, make a little work come here, make a little work come there, and I say that it's probably, I'd say I probably got it a little, maybe too short that time around, or probably got somewhere, something on here, I'd say that kind of probably was drawing the line from the wrong place or something, but this is about how far along we go. I do need to refer a few places back to a few chapters back and see the gouge I need to bring out. It says here using the number 7/5/8 of an inch gouge to make the face in here. You see where I drew, where I kind of made little lines with a knife, and that's something going to take the next step. Number 7/5/8 of an inch. I know we got it in here somewhere, and somewhere in here it is, so as soon as we find it, we're going to kind of make the line we need, make the mark we need, kind of try to drive it in a little bit. I tell you, it's going to kind of show up here sooner or later, kind of come along, and maybe I'd say could have laid the gouge in the wrong place, I'd say. So just be a little patient here. Give me a little time to find it. I guess I'd say that nothing is written on this gouge, but I do think it's probably getting to be about the right one, maybe. I think we're gonna use it anyway, so I say that little work comes here and there, taking a little stuff, taking a little step here and a little step there, making it come along just fine, I say. But we've probably got the wrong things here and the wrong things there. So we're gonna, I say, just go ahead, use the gouge we got. Probably so. We're going to measure it here, see if it is. Well, it turns out this one, yeah, it comes close enough to being 5/8 of an inch. So I assume it's the right one. And so this is where you make the mark here to kind of be like the chin of the face. Next thing you know, we're going to make a couple of lines in here to kind of make it come out a little better, so it comes up the face a little bit and makes the marks a little more full and complete. So this is how it's going to go for us, working along on things, trying to make things work out for us and work out for the better. So I say that we got a little, we're going to get out the knife here, try to find the right one. I think it might be good to kind of use a little one here to do this kind of task, but this is how we're going to roll along on it here. Make the little face and kind of carve it out a little bit here. So I'd say that we're getting a little further along with this. It's coming along a little bit better. It's making a finer scope of what we got to do, making a finer world for us, a finer world for people. I say this little shepherd boy is going to come out fine. I've been kind of watching some videos lately about King David. You know, he was a little shepherd boy, but one day he ended up on the king's throne. So it was all about that. We're probably doing a step here that might be coming a little too soon, but it's all going to be good. It's all going to be well. I say I've got the other shepherd here. Think I'm going to go ahead, make the same little marks into it, go about 3/16 of an inch down and 3/16 of an inch the other way, and kind of try to make it all work out and kind of show that it's a lot of work here and there, and go 3/4 of an inch from there, 3/4 of an inch the next way. So this is how it's going to ride for us, making a little thing in our lives where we always see the little good in what we do. Oh, come on. Work is always for us, you know. Just kind of find where the little gougey went. Yeah, it's right here. And probably picked up the wrong one here, but gotta find the right one. It's gotta be here. It's gotta be around. And I tell you, they're just kind of getting a little bit suspicious these days as far as where they're going and where they're showing up. Always coming up in all the wrong places, I say. This little work is just, oh, I tell you, like, I keep laying them down and forgetting where I put them. I tell you, it's just kind of things that, ouch, goes further from where it needs to be. But I say if we don't find that gouge, there's another little thing we can do here. We can kind of like make it so that the work comes out a little ways. Oh, I tell you, but I'd really like to find it so I can do it the way it's supposed to be done. But I tell you, since we can't, there's a little another step we have to take. And I'd say the other thing you can do is, and since I have to start with a new knife as well after having laid that one down and forgotten where I put it, I say that you can take the same thing and kind of bring the face in a little more to the center, and with what you did with the gouge, kind of do it with the knife. Just bring a little curve in there for the chin, kind of like I just did here. Sometimes I've had to do that before I kind of got a little more experienced with the gouges. So that's the next step. Take it a little further. And I tell you, it's hard to tell all the reasons why so much has been getting mislaid lately. One of the reasons I just haven't been on social media much, you know. All the complaining people do about all the little things, you know, minor inconveniences in life. there's been all kinds of worse things happen in my life than what people complain about right now, so have to kind of avoid that, not be so much around those people, you know. And I'd say that this is a moment when we finally get the work done in here, making the little face come out as it needs to be, and ta-da, we're about to finish it up, try to work a little bit into it and make it have a little face, you know, that makes the light shine out of the darkness, you know. Make a little face of a light that shines out of the darkness, you know. A little work here and there, and we're gonna have the face done in here. So, might be kind of hard to do it while I'm doing a video, but when you do a video, there's just more to focus on than when you're doing it alone. So, that's kind of the reason why it gets a little bit the way it does here and there, and I say that this little work is making it shine a little longer, making it last a little longer. Longer world, better world, take care of all things, make all things new, and finally, I get the faces carved out on both of these. Of course, there's going to be other things to come along here as well. So I'm going to take a little sip of coffee here, just to kind of broaden my thinking a little bit. So as for how it goes, we're going to come in, do the next part of the work. So I say that we have come to the point where we can go back to the shepherd set now and go back to that chapter, and there's a few lines we need to draw. It says place a mark 3 inches from the bottom of each side of the block as shown in the left photo. So we're going to kind of do a little thing here where we shall make a 3-inch mark and have a little thing come in here, have a little thing come in there, make it all faith and grow and tell us all what we all got to know. Oh, the work in this world, it's just kind of right. I don't know why we can't. And make a little mark 2 3/8 up in the back. So little work here, little work there, cometh a long way, take us to a place where we know little things in life going to come here and go here. I say that I'm trying to do the best I can do, and oh, I tell you, all this joy and all this work, oh, the places it'll take us in life to draw attention to the new crowds and new places and new people. I say this kind of thing, she'll just make new lines to us and draw us a little further down. I say that it comes about to the time when, with the lines we've drawn, we can kind of go up to the shepherd's face, make lines from where we are to go up a little further and to make the lines go right in. I say that our little times in life, this little world is growing older and colder. This little world is changing. There's a certain friend with whom I kind of had a conversation about that with on a little email chat this week. So here we are coming about this, trying to take care of little things. I say that maybe there's a little line or two here we can draw out. Hopefully, I'd say these might even be some of the best shepherds I will have made. I think I'm getting to where it's a little easier to kind of pay attention to things now. I feel like it's coming to a point where I can see a whole lot better and understand instructions a whole lot better before I kind of go to the wrong instructions here. So I see that there's a certain line we need to make here that goes up along here, and you all can just kind of see here where I've sort of had to scratch in the lines with a knife. I keep forgetting to bring a pencil over here, but this is kind of the way it's turning out just fine in life. Oh, the work that comes, work that goes. I say that it's just a fine little error. Fine little errors are going to happen, but we got him under control. Oh, I say for one thing, first time doing something on a video, it gets a little complicated to do, but manage it well. Learn to manage it well. I say that this is the steps I'm trying to take, and I'm trying my best to do all I can do. I mean, I'm human. I make mistakes. I have to learn things in life just like the rest of you all do. So sometimes it just takes a little experience to do so, and sometimes you just kind of get to the point where it just kind of works in a little bit better and makes it all come to the nice little things you want it to be. So I say that there's probably little lines here. I probably ought to be doing something else. I ought to be bringing my little patterns in here to do these lines from. But here I am just kind of doing them the way I have to do for this video. So much has been going on this week that it's hard to get everything together. I mean, like after I kind of did that video I did a few nights ago that I just uploaded before starting to work on this one, little things started happening at my work, which makes it so good that I don't have to be on social media listening to people complain that they have to wear a mask to keep their job or get a vaccine to keep their job. Because I tell you, even before there was a pandemic, I mean, I could tell you as a person who's always had a disability and always had limitations that people didn't always take into consideration. I say that, I mean, I've just had to do and tolerate all kinds of worse things over the years just to keep jobs. Worse things than getting a vaccine or wearing a mask or anything else people complain about. So we're going to come along on this. We've already drawn these lines here, and time to come along a little further along and carve these little lines out. Make something that's going to be a little more worthwhile. And I say that with this little line here, as far as it's coming, there's so much to learn in life, so much to learn about what to do. But I say that I'd like to show you all that a little thing coming along here. As you see, I've already drawn out, made a couple of lines here, carved these out. Got to kind of, like I say, carve out the next ones too. It's just also going to be a little hard here and there, but little difficulty never hurt any of us. Little difficulty in our tasks never hurt any of us. We all just kind of see that things just happen in life, and I say that little words shall come to us and shine us to the better core. I mean, it's getting a little tougher here to get all this together, but I say that that's how it is the first time you do something on a video. That's just kind of how it goes. I say that we're making a little carving go here and there and make us all a little happier as we can be. Shining lights to other people and to enjoyments of other places. It's just a little work here and there, and time shall consume it all. Just work a little ways and work a little time. I say that it's good to kind of be in the house tonight trying to practice making a video. I'd probably be in Starbucks for how good a night it is, and for how it's kind of probably not as cold as it is other nights, not as wet as it is other nights, but just kind of better sometimes to be in and be about your work and be about your business, and not kind of be trying to be out and about and in places, you know. Probably not one of those typical men my age who has a family to take care of and can't go out and hang out in places at night. But I say that the work is coming along fine. I'm getting along on this real well. Don't know what it's going to be like when it comes time to sell these shepherds or to show the work at a craft show or something, but I do want to show you all the lines already made out here. Here they are. And thinking with this one, I'm going to go ahead and make the same lines, and probably after that bring the video to an end, because I think it's kind of good for us to try to keep things shorter as they need to be, keep things the way they need to be, and kind of try to manage it all well and keep it all together in a good little place. And I say this little work of mine is going to shine like the light of the day and hopefully brighten the lives of many more people. I say that work shall come and work shall go. Sometimes I say that this little life is going to be a little easier for us the longer we try to work at things, the more we try to make things better. I've kind of been through a lot in life and tried to do little things in life to take care of little needs of other people. Sometimes you kind of come to realize the older you get, you can't take care of the whole world, can't take care of all the needs everybody has, and there's always going to be those who can. Sometimes there are certain ways you can help, but maybe not in the same ways another person can, but it all just works together for the good. Like my cap says, Romans 8:28. That's a verse in the Bible that says, and God makes it all work together for the good. I say that the time in our lives comes along and there's going to be a little more to show and a little more to tell. Time will come along and I'll have a little more to say, but as for now, we've carved the lines and we made them the best we can. So I say yes for now. It's time to shut everything off and hopefully be back around soon as I can. Goodbye.